Come and join me on a little exploration of this book, which was published in 1699. As you can see, it's missing its external binding. However, it has previously had some restoration work done, possibly late Victorian, and the text block remains nice and firmly bound, so we can look through it freely without risk of causing any further damage. This book, entitled The History of the Old and New Testament, extracted out of sacred scripture and writings of the Fathers, is an abridgment of sorts of the Old and New Testaments in a style the author intends will be palatable and interesting to the reader. It's lavishly illustrated with over 200 engravings by artists of the day. In the preface to the reader, the original author, or the later editors perhaps, hope that the reader will find guidance for, quote, kings and princes, for governors and magistrates, for ministers of the church, and, in a word, for all such as desire to lead a true Christian life. In a style that was common in the 17th century and beyond, the publication of this book was funded in a Kickstarter or crowdfunder type of way, in this case by having a sponsor for each of the illustrations and maps. You may have seen in the video I showed a page of the book with a list of patrons, and the first names on this list are the King, the Queen, Prince George, Princess Anne, and William, Duke of Gloucester. So at this time, King and Queen were King William III and Queen Mary II, joint monarchs often referred to as just William and Mary. They had no children of their own, and it's likely that the Prince George and Princess Anne referred to were Queen Mary's sister Anne and her husband Prince George of Denmark. Their son was the young Duke of Gloucester, Prince William, and nephew of William and Mary. Royal patronage was a significant endorsement for writers and publishers and would certainly have helped book sales to flourish at this time. Interestingly, rather than dedicate the book to the monarchs, the book was dedicated to Geoffrey Jeffreys, Sheriff-elect for London and Middlesex, a barrister, a businessman, MP for Brecon, and most likely a close personal friend of the editors. Most of the illustrations in the book are printed back-to-back or double-sided. In this copy, one of these has been misprinted, a human error, which wasn't uncommon in printers' premises, and in this case the printer has accidentally printed illustration number 87 on the back of number 77. So illustration 78 is missing altogether. It's also not uncommon for books to have incorrect page numbers, particularly having 6s and 9s mixed up, or to have pages bound out of sequence or even missing sections. There were a lot of workers involved in printing sheets, hanging them to dry, collating and binding them, so mistakes like this were quite a regular occurrence. Often books of this age bear the book plates of their former owners. This book, rebound at some stage, doesn't reveal much of its past other than a signature indicating the book at one time belonged to a Bridget Sarah Davies. Hopefully its next owner will have it rebound and it can be preserved for another 327 years or more.